Hi, Paul and Mackenzie. I was preparing to put some braces on the beams up here and managed to crawl further along. I can actually crawl to the end. The end of the roof and the gutter that this is built over, I'm pretty sure ends about here. Sort of tell a bit more inside. And then you've got the door. At the end of this door is the wall to an outside toilet, and then the bungalow that connects. The reason I'm pointing this out, you'll see inside, I get to a section that I just don't even understand. There's so much insulation, and I don't know, the beams seem to be sitting on top of the wall studs. Anyway, I will go in and show you. I'm just going to press pause. It's a very tight space, so it's going to be very hard to see. I'm going to crawl to the end here, but I will have to press pause while I get to the end. As you can see, this is the first box that we could see on the outside. That is the second box, and just at the end of that second box is the end of the gutter, which you'll see more clearly when I get down there. It's very tight space. So I'm at the end of the house gutter. This is the end of the second box that's on the outside. You'll see that's the third box. I have no idea. I think this is just insulation sitting or being thrown just on top of the bottom of this bulkhead. You'll see these that beam going across is the actual roof beam. So there's 5 of these beams, and they go across the entire span of the roof. You'll see that it is just sitting on it's just sitting on studs. That brown down there is not brickwork, that is the door, and that might explain why the door's sticking and can't open fully. I would imagine maybe just from the pressure. That stud there is down the bottom is split. The studs that go across are not even, this is the worrying bit, it's very hard to see, but that join there is a join, and so you've got the beam sitting on that join, but it's not even that piece of pine is probably all that's holding that end of the stud up, as well as nails going in that way. That join there, don't know if you can see, is not even connected to the other one, so it's just hanging loosely. So this would be the top of the door and the window that's inside. That is the end of the brick wall, which would be to the toilet and bungalow. You could probably see that join a bit better now. Then you have another entire beam that holds the roof up, and the only thing that's supporting the roof is this timber that actually goes to nowhere, and then that braces to that, and so this piece of timber is only goes to that that joint there, and so that is taking the weight of the beam as well. I really have no idea what that is for. The other thing that they have done is they've actually cut the supporting beam, so this is the outside, and to make room for this they've cut that, which again I would imagine would make this less strong, and there's nothing to support it. These again, they're short bits going across, so there's a join there, so they're not even, these are not even full length, they're just like, I don't know, just short pieces put together. Like I said, this beam goes across the roof. I thought, okay, this is good. It's got metal bracing, and there's a couple of nails in there. So I thought that was metal bracing to support the roof, but you'll see that that's not the case. So I'm assuming maybe it's to hold plaster up. I'm not sure. That is essentially doing nothing. Let's see, this is one of the beams coming across. I haven't got the measurements with me. That one isn't actually too bad, so that's good. And the other one doesn't look too bad, but this one is out. Again, another block pretty much doing nothing. I'm not even sure why they put it there. This is the bottom of the bulkhead, and again it's all mixed match wood that don't know, I'm not a builder. So the other so that's the beam. It's very hard with the camera. This one's not too bad, but that's the only thing that's holding this beam up. And then you've got this on top of it. Again, they have, it's not one long beam, so it's been cut. This is the second brace that looks like it's taking weight off the roof. Crawl back. Excuse the sounds. This is another beam. I've actually got photos of this because it's pretty hard to see, but that's actually quite a distance off. The actually photo came better. There we go. I'm just going to press pause a bit to move a bit. So that metal bracing I pointed out earlier, I thought was to, I don't know, support and hold the beams. And I thought, okay, well, at least that's good. There's a nail there doing nothing. And I think that's the only nail under there. And there, yes, seems to be like so many across. If you move the insulation, there is another one down further. So it seems to be that one over there is a bit more distant. But what it actually, where it ends, is here. So that's your bulkhead at the top there, and so all that metal is just ends there. So that makes me think that it's not really supporting these beams. That's some wasp nests in there. So I'm thinking it's more for the plaster. So these beams go right across from one end of the roof to the other. That's also the gap there. Again, they've just either run out of length or timber, or but the roof is sitting on this. So there's no bracings for any of the beams. It's just nailed, and that's what I was trying to get some metal bracing to stop that happening, but none of them are braced. I'm just going to press pause for a minute. So the bottom of what's holding the bulkhead up, space. So they're not even really at the ends, and I can't do anything about that anyway. No idea what that block is doing there. And then under here, that's holding the roof, or supposed to be supporting the roof gutter, I think. That pipe there is the pipe that goes outside. So there are a lot of things wrong, but being a we've got cracks coming up there, cracks there, cracks there in the bulkhead. I don't think it's going to fall down. It's been here for 12 years, but obviously things are just starting to shift more and more. Anyway, that's the inside of the roof. I'll still brace where I can. There's probably about 3 beams that really need it. Like I said, I have taken images of it. They're pretty strong beams. When I was down at the end of the roof where the beams were sitting on top of the wall studs, over here, up there, it's hard to see, but we've sort of patched it up with contact. So with the structural engineer, we found that the roof is sitting on top of the wall studs, but there is no, there's meant to be a thick beam somewhere in the wall studs to support the roof, and so down that end it's the same. You've got those beams, those ones, these beams go all the way across to the other side of the roof. There does appear to be some beams coming out to those beams, but again they're not bracketed either. And so those beams at the very end there are just sitting on top of so the beams are sort of sitting on top of the wall studs here, but as you saw, the wall studs weren't one whole long piece of wood, so it's been sort of cut and then another one, so the beam is essentially just sitting on a piece of cut wood, a wall frame. And this door can only open to here, and so I'm assuming because we sort of got cracking up there, I'm assuming it might be the weight from the wall studs, or sorry, the roof beams. Anyway, I'll end it there because it's already 18 minutes, and I will upload it and send it off to you. Thank you.